Talk racing parts, what's next. But we also have a chance to see so many of our partners and friends here. So proud to have John Force Racing here in the Chevy display. Have a chance to visit for a few minutes, talk a little bit about the season that just passed, and also look ahead, which is obviously what we do here at PRI. So I want to welcome the whole team. Austin Prock's here. Welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Brittany Force, NHRA champion, is here. Great to see you, Brittany. John Force, 16-time champion. Yeah. John Force is in the house. It's great to see you. And Robert Hight, 3-time champion. And this whole crew right here is thinking one thing: how do we win? How do we get back to the top of the championship ladder? And that's what we'll talk a little bit about here. But welcome to the team. Thanks for coming by. It's great to be racing with you all. And we started here with Brittany. Brittany, talk about this past year. You had an amazing #1 qualifying kind of streak going. Talk about that and then where you ended up for the year.
Yeah, overall our season was just incredible. We set track records up and down, and we had a handful of #1 qualifiers. And we won in Topeka. We doubled up with my dad, which was huge. We've been chasing that for years. And it's not easy to double up with a teammate, but we got it done in Topeka and went into the countdown, had a strong season all year long, and ended up #2.
That was great. It was amazing. This many #1s, this is tough to do. You did it and finished up #2, had a shot there at the end. And I remember when you won your first championship, it came down to the last race, as it usually does. And that was an amazing thing. So congratulations on a terrific season. I know we're hungry to get back at it next year. So I'm gonna slide down one to Austin. Austin, great to see you again. Austin ran the season in 2019, right? Top Fuel, did a terrific job. This guy delivered Rookie of the Year honors to himself, to his team. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Great to see you again.
Yeah, I'm happy to be back. It's nice to be out here, and we're working on getting my race car back out there. So starting to feel like myself again, and hopefully I can get another Team Chevy car out there.
That's great. And this past year, you were not sitting idle. You were working on the team, right?
Yes, I worked on Robert Hight's car with my dad, building the supercharger. So learned a lot about the supercharger development, and trying to make that program as best as it could be. And it was really enjoyable. Getting to race with Robert. He's one of the best drivers in the business, and to be alongside with my dad too, that was pretty cool. So learned a lot, and the more you know about the race car, the better race car driver you are, I believe. So I'll take that out of this year, and hopefully I can be back in the seat next year.
That's great. I think you said it. Race car drivers that understand the car get better feedback, get better results. So I agree with you on that one.
Absolutely.
So Robert, let's go to Robert. Robert had 2 #1 qualifiers, finished 8th in points. I know this guy. He's hungry for more. We had a lot of success over the years, 3 championships, a couple with Chevy. Appreciate that always. I see that ring on your finger. I love that. So it's great to see you. Talk a little bit about the season past, and then just a little bit of pivot forward, and then I want to talk to John.
Yeah, we didn't have the season that we had hoped for. 2019 was a career year for me, winning a lot of races and the championship, and really excited to get back in 21 after we took a little time off in 20 because of COVID. So started the year at Gainesville with a runner-up, and I thought, all right, we're here. And then we just didn't get the consistency that we needed. But we had a couple wins, but it's definitely not the season we wanted with this Camaro. And we really haven't even taken any time off, a break. We're hungry to get back out there. We're going to do some testing over the winter, and we're going to get back on top where we belong with Chevrolet. And it's the way it is. We've got a lot of work to do. The competition's probably the toughest class there is funny car. It's from top to bottom, very tough. But we still feel like we have the best people, and we can put all this together and get back on top and win a championship for Chevrolet.
That's great. Well, thank you for that. I love your passion. From the day I met you, I love that passion, and I see it every day, the way you lead the team as president of John Force Racing. Speaking of John Force Racing, let's talk to the man. John Force Racing, 3 #1 qualifiers, got some wins, finished, what did we finish? 5th in the points. And this guy always wants more on the track, and it's great to have you here, John. So talk a little bit about the year, and then for sure you're a guy that always thinks about now, but also the future. So talk about 21, and then let's switch gears and talk about next year.
Well, first, it's a great year, and I want to say, one of my heroes, Penske's, you're my hero too, don't get me wrong, but Penske was here at the breakfast, and I didn't get there. I wished I would have, but I love for all he's done, especially with IndyCar and taking that, you know, to the next level. So that's really exciting. Prock, put him in, he's in my funny car every week. Now Brittany wants back in it, and she'll upgrade her license to stay in it. But in that Chevrolet, he loves driving it, outruns me every time he gets in it. I'm amazed. But we're going to bring him back at Top Fuel. We're trying, we're close. Got to find a sponsor. Chevrolet's already involved with us on the 4th team. But we got some new players, got a marketing group running around here. Drank too much coffee, apologize. But had a good year. And Robert is the boss. Okay, he's running John Force Racing, he's the president. Took me aside, he said, you know, you just gave away the points lead. I said, what'd I do? Well, I had a lead, and I crossed the center line twice, I think, in the same weekend, and they take 25 points a pop or something, and he goes, Jesus. And then when I burnt the car to the ground in Dallas, he's standing there looking at me again. I said, well, I ain't the first guy to burn a car to the ground. And he said, that wasn't bad enough. You burn it to the ground, and instead of plugging Chevrolet and Auto Club and Monster and Flavor Pack and everybody, he said, all you talked about was Don Perdome getting an award there that day in Dallas. So I'm excited to be back in the seat. I'm 100 years old. Why Campbell keeps me, I don't have a clue, but I got to tell you, buy that Camaro. She's a great hot rod, and the trucks, because I drive one every day and I love it, but I got me a Corvette with the motor in the back. I opened the hood and I thought, who took the motor? But you know what? It's awesome, because Chevy, we ain't giving up. We're heading down that electric road, we know that. We might even be driving a few of them cars down the road here, whoever, if Campbell don't fire me first, so I'm really sucking up here, Campbell. Love doing it. This year's going to be exciting. We got, your guy was over, engineers talking technology with us, always trying to keep us ahead. But there's some new players coming in the game. Tony Stewart is coming in. A lot of owners are starting to pick up teams. Schumacher's still kicking out here. And I'm excited about this. And I'm going to shut up before you tell me to shut up.
Oh, I love the energy, and I'm thinking back to was it at the Nationals in Indianapolis where you won that race. It was a record number of wins, and you went over the grandstands and they hoisted you up. Like, I'll never forget that in my whole life. It was amazing, amazing win. I love John's passion. Don't you guys love John's passion? Love it. The guy loves to race and to win, and I know that all of them do, between Brittany and Austin and Robert. And so it's great to have you guys here, and we're looking forward to next year. I know you got a lot of stops to make here. I also want to thank you for the work you've done with us. We did a Copo Camaro with Courtney, and we took that to Barrett Jackson and auctioned that off for a great charity. And so thank you for doing that. We have a Copo Camaro here in the stand again. We're still selling Copos. You can buy it right out of our catalog and take it right to the drag strip, and depending on the engine you got, you can run the stock eliminator right out of the catalog, right to the racetrack, right from Chevrolet Performance. And so thank you for what you did to help us do that special car, raise a lot of money for a great cause. I appreciate it so much. And so, the first race, you guys are getting ready already for next year. And so we're looking forward to 2022 to race with you all. So with that, Robert, anything else you want to close with?
Yeah, I want to say congratulations to Kyle Larson for winning the championship for Chevrolet, and these hot rods here are going to win championships and join him next year.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. And Chevrolet did have a great year, and I want to thank John Force Racing team here for putting points on the board. The race wins you had, the ways you guys finished, you put points on the board that brought Chevrolet its 26th NHRA Manufacturers Championship. So thank you for that. We want to get a 27th next year, so that'll be our goal. In addition, Chevrolet won the Manufacturers Championship in the NASCAR Cup and Xfinity Series. We're talking about Kyle Larson bringing a championship home. It was his first. It was our 32nd, I guess, on the driver's side, and our 40th on the manufacturer side in the Cup Series. In addition, Greg Anderson was just here earlier. Pro Stock got his 99th win, 5th championship. And I tell you, he's 24 seasons in. I said, are you done? This is it? No. He's going to keep rolling. So great inspiration from this guy, John Force. keep going. And so it's awesome. We also had championships with the Corvette program, second consecutive driver, team, and manufacturer championship in the IMSA series and GTLM. Our Cadillac sister brand won the drivers and manufacturer championship. It's been a great year for Chevy. And also our off-road truck program won the drivers championship in with the Colorado ZR2 off-road and Best in the Desert. And just picked up a couple of wins here at the Mid 400 in our respective classes for both Silverado and the Colorado. So it's been a great year. But in racing, there's one thing you got to focus on, and that's forward. What's the next race? There's all racers here. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So I want to thank John Force, Brittany Force, Austin Prock, Robert. Thank you all for what you're doing. Let's have a great 22. Thanks for stopping by the Chevy booth.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.